Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I'm going to take you on a journey and explain to you why I believe so much in Nikki Beach and Ras al Bay on Marjan Island in Ras al Khaimah and why this is one of the projects that I've sold the most. First and foremost, we have high-end luxurious brand Nikki Beach directly located on the ocean itself, but not only that. Right now we have a campaign where we ask you for only 35% of the price while this is all being constructed. That gives you the absolute lowest risk in the market ever seen in Marjan Island, and there's really no excuse to not get started. And in this video I'm gonna tell you all the details and all the numbers of why there's a serious opportunity here to invest and to grow your capital. First and foremost, the units are located directly on the beach, and many of the units come with this unobstructed panoramic view of the sea. That's something that we pay a lot of money for, but this is not the case here. Also, these units are all fully furnished with Nikki Beach-branded furniture. It gives you this very luxurious high-end vibe, and it feels a bit like a nice European bohemian style. All the buildings come with lounges, with restaurants, with coffee shops, co-working spaces. That makes you feel like you're in a hotel living. It comes with gym, with spa, with a private beach, with a pool, with a beach club. There is like cabanas, so you can feel like you're on a vacation, even in your own residential units. Furthermore, it comes with the concierge service, and it's being serviced by the two hotels that are neighboring this complex, Rixos and Hilton, hotels that we all are very well aware of as well. And this concierge means that there's somebody to park your car for you, you have somebody to call for room service, for cleaning, etc. That really makes this feel like a high-end opportunity to have a beach kind of living in your own house on the beach, or for your guests that you are going to rent out your unit to. And to give you a reference of what this whole construction is going to look like, today I've arrived in Nikki Beach in Dubai, which was the first branch in UAE. It forms one of the most luxurious beach clubs and hotels around the world, and it's because of all the nice vibes, the full beach clubs, and a lot of happy people that come together in this place. To give you an idea of where this is located, first and foremost here on the left side, a picture of the island from today. We have here Rixos, a famous hotel chain from Dubai as well, and on the other side we have Hilton. The available and empty plot here in the middle that has already started constructing, that is delegated for Nikki Beach and Ras al Bay that we're talking about today. And to give you an idea of what it looks like from the map, this is Marjan Island. So here we have Rixos, the small pyramids looking buildings, and then Hilton here. Again, that means that Nikki Beach and Ras al Bay is coming right here in the middle. That makes it very easy to access and exit. So it has a really great accessibility. But not only do I want you to look at Nikki Beach and Ras al Bay, I also want you to notice that Wynn Marjan Island is coming up. That is the very first casino in the Middle East. It's by the same creators of Las Vegas Casino, and they are now hitting Ras al Khaimah. That is why this is one of the very best opportunities right now to invest in something that really has a future good perspective. We can allow ourselves to compare this a bit to Palm Jumeirah in Dubai and Blue Waters Islands. These are both islands where we all feel very sad today if we didn't have the chance to invest, because the people who invested at the right time while this was just being launched, they made at least double the capital on their units, if not tripled. That means that if you bought a house for 10 million there, you can expect the value of that to be 30 millions today. And that is one of the reasons why we are really looking at a future perspective here in Ras al Khaimah, because now you have the opportunity to duplicate that success story of what Palm Jumeirah and Blue Waters Island was. That is now coming to Marjan Island. So in this video, I want to tell you why you need to pay attention now and why you need to take action and consider a really great investment. This is the future perspective. This is what we are looking at in just a few years from now. This is going to be the Wynn Casino. It's going to be a very luxurious island that is going to attract millions of tourists on a yearly basis, and that's very important to take note of. Also, as of now, you might sit and think, where is Ras al Khaimah located? But that is an emirate, just like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, that we might all know. We have Ajman, Sharjah, Al Quwain, and then Ras al Khaimah. It might appear a little far on a map, but actually, just to give you some numbers, it's just 50 minutes away from Dubai airport. And if you feel like, oh, that's far, well, we all drive to Dubai Marina and to the Palm Atlantis, and that is as well 40 minutes. So it's really ideally only like 10 minutes extra in the car that it would take you to hit this fantastic island where your future is and where your money is really going to grow a lot over the next years. And just to give you a reference, I would like to mention the casino in Las Vegas, which is located somewhere in Nevada. We wouldn't all necessarily know where is Nevada if it wasn't for the casino. People are happily flying into Los Angeles and driving hours through the desert just to spend a weekend or holiday in this little part of the US. And this is exactly the same scenario for Ras al Khaimah. People are happily going to come from all over the world and experience this luxurious vibe. and first and foremost, having some pleasant time in the casino. It's the same creators as the ones behind Las Vegas, the Wynn Casino, and they finally got their approval back in 2022, and they're already starting to build in Ras al Khaimah. These are big news, especially because they are investing more than $5 billion US. So that really means that they see a potential in this island. If it wasn't for such a big moneymaker in the world who would believe so much in an island, I mean, if they wouldn't believe in it, why would they invest so much money? And that's exactly something we need to pay attention to. Also, helping us support why it's a really good decision for us to make right now. Again, they are planning to build this huge casino, and it's going to attract millions of tourists from all over the world. And that's a really important factor to consider once we start buying a property at the right time, because automatically it's predicting that the prices and the value of the properties are going to increase the closer we get to the handover. So now is really the time. They have already set up the first couple of floors, so it's really now or never that we have to invest in this very, very nice island. Also, there is a study from EY that has just already shed light on the fact that there are just 400,000 people that live in Ras al Khaimah. That's not too much of our interest as of now. But the interesting part is that 1.5 million tourists are already, as of today, visiting Marjan Island. But why is that interesting? Well, today we can supply and accommodate those 1.5 million tourists. But the interesting part is that while we're getting closer to the handover of the casino, and while having the casino at the island, they're expecting at least an increase to 4.5 million tourists. And that's very interesting because right now we only serve these 1.5 million tourists, so we are automatically going to have a gap. And this is why it's one of the main reasons why you should invest right now, because we need you. People need your apartment in the future. Also, if we just look at some numbers from the Wynn Casino in general on a world scale, we have obviously the casino already in Las Vegas, we have it in Macau, in Boston, and so on. But looking at the numbers of how this casino is performing worldwide, the casino that has the worst or the poorest performance is still attracting 8.3 million tourists solely because of the casino. So 4.5 million visitors for Ras al Khaimah might even be a low estimate, but at least it gives us a very realistic picture of that is the least. So there's really, really a good demand in the market, and that's again one of the reasons why you should consider buying a property here. Also, as I said earlier, it's very important to take note of the fact that one of the biggest moneymakers in the world has invested already $5 billion US in the project. Also, a lot of other big brands have already invested in the project, and all the pieces of lands around the island have already been purchased by big, big names. We have the Nobu Hotel, we might know that as well from Atlantis. We have Missione, it's an Italian high-end luxury brand for fashion. We have the Saudi German hospital. We have Nikki Beach. We have one of the biggest the world's biggest infinity pool is going to come as well. We have Address from Emaar. We have Le Méridien, W Hotel, and many, many more. These are just examples. So already so much money has been pumped into the island. And again, it's just giving us a really secure foundation and understanding of why we need to invest in this island. And right now, so we don't miss the chance. But why Nikki Beach then out of all? Well, first and foremost, the payment plan. We are asking you for only 35% of the price value while you're building or while your unit is being constructed. That's the absolute only project that offers that as of now in Marjan Island. Looking at all the other projects, we are asking for at least like 80 or 90%. So with Nikki Beach, it means that you really have a low risk of entering the market, and it's gonna get you so big returns. So really, we are asking you for a little, but we are offering you a lot. Also, Nikki Beach is a brand that is very well aware and very well known on a global scale. It's known from from Dubai, from Marbella, from Saint-Tropez, from Ibiza, and from Miami. I mean, on a global scale, it's very known, and it's known for typically the party scene. Nikki Beach has everything. It has both the party scene, throws some of the most exclusive and great parties around the world, but it also offers you the very zen living and the resort kind of style with yoga retreats and spa. And that's one of the reasons why it's incredible to have that in Marjan Island. What kind of character is typically going to the casino? Well, that might be someone who is there to have a pleasant time, to just enjoy a weekend or a week. Somebody who's there to invest, or let's say, to burn some funny money. People who are there to have a good time, in short. And where would these people typically go after a day in the casino? Well, they might find the coolest party somewhere close to them on the island, and that is definitely going to be Nikki Beach. Also, if you look at the map once again, here is the casino going to be, and here's Nikki Beach going to be. Now you can see it from a different angle. But one thing I want to mention as well is that this piece of land here has all been dedicated to a global big stage where performers and artists such as Calvin Harris, Rihanna, etc., all the big names have already confirmed that they are going to be they will be performing here in the future. So again, the people who have a concert, who are drinking, who have a day at the casino, etc., well, they are all going to find the coolest place to be after this, and that can only be Nikki Beach. That's what it's known for worldwide. So it's really giving you a great reason why this is a great place to invest. Not only is it known for the party, but also for the resort and zen kind of living, and that's obviously offered as well. So one part of the beach is dedicated fully to the beach club, where there will be a party scene, whereas the other part of the beach, like the bigger scale, will be a nominated private beach for those who are staying in the residential units. So I thought as well it would be a great idea to give you an example of a unit here. And what does it mean when I say that it comes with a really great payment plan? Well, let's look into it. First of all, let me just give you an introduction to one of the units that comes with this big full panorama view. Now I've been talking so much about it, so let me give you an example and back it up with some numbers. Here's just some material directly from the developer. It's a governmental developer called Aldar. They're really delivering high-end quality and building a lot in Dubai and Abu Dhabi already. Now they're hitting Ras al Khaimah. This is just an example of a 3-bedroom unit. As you can see, we have this big balcony and terrace going all the way around the unit to give you this panoramic view that I've been talking about. Just to highlight on the map itself where it will be, this unit, I'm just taking an example right here. So it's gonna have a completely unobstructed view over the ocean, which is something that you really pay a lot of money for typically, but this is not the case here. So to give you an idea of the layouts, you will enter here, you have an open kitchen, a fully furnished living area, like again, everything is fully furnished. Here you will have the balcony running around here, giving you the full view that we talk so much about. 3 big bedrooms, master bedroom, maid's room if you have some maid or you just need some storage, a lot of bathrooms, etc. Again, high-end quality. And now let's look at the view you will have that I've been praising a lot, but it really is fantastic. Imagine having your coffee here on the balcony and just looking into this, very, very magical view. Looking at the numbers. Well, this particular unit is a 3-bedroom with a maid's room. It is priced at 4.4 million dirhams. You might think, oh, that's fairly expensive. Well, here comes the hack. We're asking for only 1.5 million dirhams out of these 4.4. I mean, we're asking for only the 35% of the price. That's really all we need from your pocket while this is being built. Ideally, that makes you the owner of such a luxurious apartment with just 35%, because the 65% that is due once this is completed, well, you can either get the bank to finance it for you, or you can have the tenant or whoever lives in the apartment pay it towards your loan. So again, it ideally makes you the owner of a very big piece of property in one of the best locations, close to a future very popular scene with a very low risk. Just to break down the numbers, we would need the 10% within the first 2 weeks of the booking. And then roughly every 6 months, we're asking for somewhere between 5 and 7.5%. Again, it means that from this price, whenever, before it's finished, you have paid only around 1.5 million dirhams. And that is really not a lot. Also, one of the things worth mentioning here in this price is that we have exceeded the 2.0 million dirhams. That means that you are entitled as well for a golden visa. That gives you a visa in UAE for 10 years. And that's quite worth mentioning as well. Also, having that visa, you can create a bank account, etc. And really, it makes your life easier, even on a global scale. Why are these numbers interesting? Again, you might think 4.4 seems a little expensive, but again, let me just compare it to, for example, Nikki Beach that we have in Dubai as well. I've just taken some numbers directly from Dubai Land Department from Dubai or DXB Interact, which is where they store all the data of the properties sold and bought in UAE. And if we look at Nikki Beach, a 3-bed, because we've got to compare to something similar, a 3-bed was just sold in June last year for 10 million dirhams. A similar unit, 3 beds, was sold in 2022 for 12.5 million dirhams. And looking at the numbers and the listings as of today, well, similar units, luxurious 3 bedrooms directly on the beach, are listed at a price at 15 million dirhams. So if we compare that to the 4.4 million dirhams that I'm asking for in Ras al Khaimah, of which we are only asking 1.5 million dirhams, well, we really have a gap and we really have a huge potential to make a lot of money. And again, taking you back to the reference of Palm Jumeirah and Blue Waters Island, there is really the opportunity here to eventually triple the value of the unit you buy, as long as you buy it at the right timing, and that timing is now. In Dubai and in UAE in general, we calculate typically a price per square foot. And if we're looking at these units from Nikki Beach in Dubai, they're priced at roughly 6,000 dirhams per square foot. That's still sort of low, at least if we compare to a global scale, looking at high-end luxurious properties close to the water in both in Tokyo, in New York City, in Miami, etc., the price per square foot is typically around 10,000 dirhams. Here it's just 6,000, but even better. In Ras al Khaimah, it's only 2,500 for this specific project. So again, I can only emphasize on the huge gap, meaning the huge potential of profit margin you're going to make on this property just because you bought it at the right time. Again, I've sold a lot of these units already to a lot of global investors, and I can only emphasize on the importance of getting hold of a unit now. And I really would appreciate if you reached out to hear more about this opportunity, because again, the time is now, and if you don't want to miss another opportunity like the one on the Palm and Blue Waters Island, it is really the time to reach out to me. Feel free to send me a WhatsApp message or send me an email, and I'll be glad to fill you in with all the needed information that you need to make the right decision. Hope to hear from you soon, and all the best.